All right, people. 40 more questions on another Sunday afternoon. 40 SEA questions to go through in our Sunday revision session. And you know how it is. We don't stick one time. We're going to start. We're going to jump right into it. And right in words. So you all can begin with number 1, 2, and 3 in the chat. Pull up number 1, 2, and 3. I suggest give some shout outs. Number 1, 2, and 3. You all can do it now. After SE, we have a 5-month holiday. Wow. Hello, Joshua. Anthony, what's up? Deshaun, you're supposed to be here. You ain't done right SE a long time. Hello, everybody. All things. You should see a name popping up there. Cahill, everything good? Letitia. So, Javon, what's up? We got the first answer coming from Kizzy. And you know what I mean. Once the first answer start, we got to begin going. So you all can press like on the stream. Go and search for the like button. Everybody see the like button? You all see the like button? No, press it now. Press it. Go ahead. And let's get some as many people as we can in this revision session here. All right. We have some people who have been here for all 3 previous sessions. So this is 502,000 and 502,000. You can back them on 968. And then you write dollars. 502,968. 502,968. All I go work. 502,968. Now I need the 1,000 to come in the middle there. So those of you who forget the 1,000, you need to put the 1,000. So this is 502,968. State the place values of the underlying digit. Well, they actually place value this time. So you need to put thousands. Even if you put thousands, that's good. So watch out. The last 3 sessions, I think when they ask this, they actually value. If they actually value, you put 4,000. But if they actually place value of the digit, the place value is in the thousands. Let's get the answer for number 3 going on. Let's go. 4 and 3 is 7, and 7 and 1 is 8. 5 and 8 is 13. So you know how it go. And this leaves me with another 13 here. So that's our answer. 13,387. Write the missing number in the box below. So what they're doing here is equivalent fractions. A nice equivalent fractions question. So because this went up, that's why you need to determine what number was used to multiply to create this 8. We call it a factor. The factor was 4 because 2 by 4 is 8. Or 2 could go into 8 4 times. So it means this also needs to get wet down with a 4. And 4 by 5 is none other than 20. So that's excellent. And just to change this as an improper fraction, 4 eighths, to change as improper fraction, you multiply the whole number by the denominator, 4 by 8. So 4 by 8 is 32. And then you take the number that you get here, you take that number and you add it to the numerator. So 32 plus 3 is 35. And you put that 35 as the new numerator and put it over 8. Calculate 3.12 times 0.04. So we can multiply 312, and we can think of this as just 4. Well, if I move the point back twice here, I can move the point back twice here, right? So I can think of this as just 4 and multiply up. 4 by 2 is 8, 4 by 1 is 4, 4 by 3 is 12, right? I multiplied each one of these individually. And now I need to get those points back where they should be. I move the point a total of 4 spaces. 2 here, 2 here. So I need to move this back. 1, 2, 3, 4. So watch it. I'm seeing a lot of wrong answers in this one, parents. I'm seeing a lot of wrong answers here. So 0.1248 is the correct answer. Watch out for this one. Approximate 492, 8 to the nearest 1,000, 4,628, sorry, 4,628 to the nearest 1,000. So this is the thousands column. The next column we want to look at the next place value we're looking at is the hundreds, and we're just trying to determine if this is a number that's more than 5. And since it is a number more than 5, we're going to add 1 to this. So this now becomes 5, and all the rest changes to 0, 5,000. How are you finding going so far? So far, so good. These easy questions. It's just food, right? It's like a little warm up. Right, the next term in the sequence. It seems like 3, 6, 12. What on earth is going on here? Somebody want to decode this sequence to me? Well, let's do a little subtraction. I think 6 minus 3 is 3. 12 minus 6 is 6. 12 minus 24 is 12. So it seems like each time I'm adding the number to itself. I'm saying 3 plus 3 makes 6. 6 plus 6 makes 12. 12 plus 12 makes 24. So 24 and 24 makes 48. And then 48 and 48 will make how much? They just wanted the next term. Sometimes they want the next two terms. They just wanted the next term. So the next term is going to be 48. One of the tips that I tell my students all the time is you're always trying to find the relationship between the consecutive terms. And one of the first things you can do is try subtracting the terms and see if you spot any patterns arising, right? Deshaun used 4 bottles of water to make a pitcher of juice. So he had 4 bottles of water and he made a pitcher of juice. He made a big pitcher of juice with this. How many bottles of water would he use to make 13 similar pitchers of juice? Well, if he needed 4 bottles to make 1, if he wants to make 13, he will need 4 times 13, which is 32 bottles. All right. All your real burning down answers fast in this chat, boy. Well done. State the total value of the bills and the coins shown below. So we have 100, 10, 5, 20. We cross 300, 100, 10, 5, 20. So that means the likes should be going up to 300 as well. How the likes looking, y'all? I doesn't get to see the likes on the screen that I have here. Make sure they press any likes. So what I'm doing is adding the dollars first. So 5, 3, 1. So I have $135 here. And I mean, you could just watch that and detect you have 135. Let's count up these cents. So I have 50 cents, 25 cents, and 25 cents. So I know using my expert decoding skills, this is another dollar here. So this is like a 50 cents plus a 50 cents. So this is another dollar to throw down in the mix. So really I have $136. And now I have 10 cents and 10 cents make 20 cents plus another 5 cents make 25 cents. So I'm just showing you what would have happened in my mind as I'm making my little notes here. Did I make a mistake in 52 for number 9? Yeah, 4 times 13 is 52. But somehow I write 32. Okay, but I think I said 52. Interesting. So 136.25. That's why I need to be locked in the zone. Locked in the zone. How the likes looking, Malia? They pressing the like. Well, let me see what these people say. 154 likes. Cool. It raining by y'all? I'm starting to hear rain here. The rain coming down loud. Is it raining all over Trinidad or is it just central? Nah, this look like just a Karapi chime, I think. From the list below, circle the most appropriate measuring or appropriate metric unit for measuring the mass of pumpkin shown below. To measure this pumpkin, I can't use a millimeter. That's to measure distance, small distances. I am not going to use a milliliter. That's to measure volume. So it's either kilogram or gram. Now grams are used for small mass. Small mass, like a tablet. Use grams, or maybe how much sugar in the soft drink. For kilograms, we would use this big pumpkin. Right? And everybody who in the market would know kilogram is the ideal thing to use here. You could use grams, but they want the most appropriate. So the most appropriate is kilograms. Perimeter of the rectangular garden shown below is 52, is the entire perimeter. So the perimeter is 52. What is the width of this garden? Okay, well, we know this is 18 as well, because on a rectangle we have two two pairs of parallel sides that are equal to each other, right? We have a 90 degrees there and stuff. But anyhow, since we know that these two sides will add up to 18 and 18. 8 and 8 is 16. 36, right? 1, 1, 1. 36. This is 36 meters. But the entire perimeter is 52 meters. So if I want to find the missing sides, the value that these missing sides come up to, I can say 52 minus 36. And how much will that give me? How much will that give me, class? I'm feeling like another 16 is in the works here. Because, yeah, 6 from that, 6, 1, another 16. Now, the answer can't be 16 because the remaining 16 meters is being contributed by 2 widths. So we need to further divide that by 2. So this is the value of the 2 widths, right? 2 of the W's. So 1 width, 1 W is going to be equal to 16 divided by 2, which is 8. So the answer is 8 meters. Ramco gas. Cool, cool, cool. Y'all can feel free to share up this stream. You know, it'll take a little while to build up. We are 360, some good numbers. The table below shows the terms, the times Orlando took to run 4 laps around the field. In which lap did he clock the best time? Which lap did he clock the best time? So best time in terms of running means the shortest time, right? If you're running, you want to go as short as possible. So I'm seeing these 6 minutes ones will be out. The best time would be 5 minutes, 10 seconds. Unless he's trying to come last. If he's trying to come last, well, 6 minutes, 5 seconds is the best time. But other than that, this is 5 minutes, 30 seconds. This is his best lap. In this lap, my boy was clocking speed. Lap 3, wait. 5 minutes this man take to run around the field? Sorry, this man was walking. This man was walking. This man was me. You can change this to me. You can change this to, this is not Orlando. This is Kerwin. This is Kerwin. Soraya's mom wanted to purchase a new refrigerator at a marked price of $3,600. She received a discount of 10%. Note, this style of question may not show up in this wording, but percentage could still come. So a 10% discount from the salesperson. So how much she paid? Well, you can do it 2 ways. You can work out 10% of the original price. Wap, which is equal to $360. And then you subtract it. So this is the discount. Boys and girls, this is the discount, which is 10. And then you can subtract it. So you could say she pays her the selling price would be, when you subtract this, you will end up with 3240, which is what a lot of you all have in the chat there. Big up. Another way to do it is to take the 10% from 100% one time. How many of you are familiar with this method? And then work out 90% of the original value, and that will go straight to the answer. So you really have, I could cancel one of these zeros here instead. We really have 9 times 360. So 360 times 9, 096 is 54, put the 5 there, right? You see that, right? And 9 3 is 27 plus 5 is indeed 32. So that's another way to do it. And this way is a little faster in certain applications. And it helps if you know this way in secondary school. But you can do it this way as well. Okay. Write down the length of the eraser shown. As an eraser. All right. Whatever. That looks like a finger from Roblox or some kind of thing. So write down the length of the eraser shown below. Well, we watch these starters. I have to be careful. Let's zoom in and make sure we have this thing accurate. Now, in SEA, I expect them to be more precise than this, because in this diagram, it's a little up for grabs, right? It looking like it could be here, or it looking like it could be here as well. It's like in the middle, and we're not going to use half values. This one looks here for sure. So this one is 20.1. Now each division there, just let's verify that each division there is 0.1. Are we sure about that? This is 20.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Something is very sus about this ruler. You would never get a ruler like this, y'all. You would never, ever, ever, ever get a ruler like this. So we need to check this ruler over, guys. Something is sus about this ruler. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me check the other divisions and see if this ruler really playing the monkey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, people. I feel, and even this could be how the PDF push out too. I feel this was supposed to be there. Let's work it like if it's there and there. Susness going on with that ruler. So anybody who did this and got this, go and talk to the examiner or the tutor who corrected it, and make sure you get marks. Go and get marks. So this is 20, this is 16, so 20 cm minus 16 cm. We have 4 cm, because the divisions here are 8, and that's not right. That's not right. And I write in life. If you get a ruler like that, carry that ruler back and tell them, no, brother, I want to pass 4 centimeters. So, but the point with these questions, is the two ending values. You need to figure them out, the two limits, and you subtract. The bigger one, take away the smaller one. Let me keep it rolling. Now we don't let that spoil we fun. What is the weight of one of the blocks? So apparently there are 3 blocks here, and 3 blocks go all the way up till 1.5 kg. So I can say confidently 3 blocks equal 1.5 kg. All right, so this scale look like he behaving himself properly. So therefore 1 block will be equal to 1.5 divided by 3. What? Some people getting some very strange values there, but so this is like 3 into 15, 3 into 1.5, so 0.5. Quick 0.5 is the answer. Another way to see it, and some of you all may have seen it this way too, 0.5, 1, 0.5. So this is 1 block, 2 block, 3 block. You can just use the divisions to help you out there. Let's go on to number 17. Sophia was facing west. All right, Safi, you're facing west day. Cool. Everything is right. Everything is all right. She turned in an anti-clockwise. This way is clockwise because this is the way a clock spins, and this way is anti-clockwise. That's anti. So she's turning this way and is now facing north. So she started facing here, and then she turned all the way around, so that now if I drew Safi, she is facing here like that. So I guess they want to know how much right angles. Oh no, just through how many degrees. Well, she did one right angle, another right angle, another right angle, and we know one that's 1/4 turn is equal to 90 degrees. And some of you all know this by heart, or you're just writing it in the chat fast. 3/4 turns will be 90 times 3. And you all sit down and verify that this is actually 270 degrees. You should know that, right? And we went through that one of these Sunday sessions already, and let's just recap it real fast. A quarter turn, also called 90 degrees. This is 180 degrees, and we call that half a turn. And the 270 degrees, it would be 3/4 turn. Now it doesn't necessarily need to be this way. It could be any direction, anti-clockwise, clockwise, and we call this 3/4 turn. And then 360 degrees, what's that? What is that going to be? What is that going to be? What you call 360 degrees? That's going to be a whole turn. Got it? Yep. This is going to come in your exam. 100%. You'll see something like this being tested. Either in time, turn, the compass, anything. You must get some kind of turning thing. The solid below is made up of cubes of the same side. What is the total volume of the solid? Well, each cube is 1 cm cube. So we just need to count the faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we just need to count how many batches of the faces there are. Normally, there's be a little more than this. These people just give me 2. 1, 2. Two sets of faces going down the road there. Okay, that making sense? Or some people may have done it the traditional way where you have the length and the breadth and the height. So you have like, this is 3 blocks, and this is 4 blocks, and this is 2 blocks. So you do 3 by 4 by 2, and either way, everybody should end up with 24 cubes. Yes, 24 cubes. 24 cubes. And since 1 cube is 1, then is 1 times 24 is 24. Now, if they had said each cube was 2 centimeters or 4 centimeters, would that be a nicer number? Or maybe 9, then you'd have to multiply the 24 by 9, but you don't. So it's just 24 centimeters cubed. Number 19. The table below shows the number of movies watched in 5 days. This person clearly not doing essay because they're watching 4 movies a day, 5 movies a day, 4 movies a day, 3 movies a day, 4 movies a day. How many of y'all still watching so many movies a day? I don't know what's the last movie I watched. Let me write it in the chat for you. That's the last movie I watched. Write it here. It was okay. I know some of y'all big fans of this. I like the We Don't Talk About Bruno song. That song was vibes. What is the mean number of movies watched? Mean means average. An average is done by adding up all and dividing by the number of items in the survey. So there are 5 days, and when I add up all of this, I get 4 and 5 make 9, and 4 make 13, and 3 make 16, and 4 make 20. 20 movies in all. And there are 5 days. So the average or the mean is going to be 20 divided by 5 is equal to 4 movies per day. So 4 is your mean. You all agree? Another way we can see it is that all these 4s are on the middle, and then this 5 is 1 more than the 4, and this 3 is 1 less than the 4. So everything is balanced, perfectly balanced. Everything is perfectly balanced. All right, so that's 4. The pictograph below shows the favorite subjects of the 30 students in the SEA class. The number of students who choose mathematics is not shown. How many students chose mathematics? And well, this is important. There are 30 students. Let's see how many are counted for. 2, 4, 6. Remember, they're counting in 2s. 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 students are already there. We're still missing out 10. Now, we don't need 10 circles because each circle counts for 2. So how many circles do we need? Or wait. How many students chose mathematics? Oh, okay, 10 students. The answer is 10. But they would have drawn 5 circles if you needed these circles. But that wasn't the question. In this, I sure a student might have overthink and write 5. And I was thinking to just keep going and write 5. I was thinking to just keep going, but the question was asking how many students. So we can't put our own answer. We need to put what they want. And the answer is 10 students. Although there are only 5 circles to represent, there'll be 10 students. So 21, here we go. Here we come, my boy. Let's do this with the whole number fraction root, where we have the whole numbers would be 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. And the fractions not fractions. Fractions would be equal to 3/4 minus a half. But a half is the same as 2/4, right? So we have it equivalent fractions here, which means we can just subtract the numerator. So this becomes 1/4. So the answer is 4 1/4. Well done. Big up yourself. 400 people in the live, people. Let me take a break since we reached 400 to do some shout out. Wait. This not, I just see somebody who I think writes CXE already. I mean, not CXE, SE. Nasri, is that you? All right, Joshua. All the people who get correct answers, big up on yourself. It now started to rain by earlier. Boom, bang, bing. You should see a name pop up. I'm just picking some random people here. We don't talk about Bruno. Yeah, that big tune. Ting. Sorry. Keelan, Tamara, Ethan. Hey, Azara. Azara, what's up? Kimberly. This man, how much shout out you by Deshaun, by D'Angelo? It raining wholly by you? What part of Trinidad are you from? Ooh, anybody here? This person here since SE Revision 1. Anybody else here since Revision 1? Hey, Patrick. Pat Animates. Yeah, some people from the lesson squad, big up on yourself. Arrange the following numbers in descending order. Are they for real? Oh boy, easy question here. So all of them start with 6. So we're going to look at the next digit. And in the next digit, I am seeing that, and we want descending order. So I'm seeing that these are higher. So I'll focus on these for now. And then let's look at the next digit. So the next digit says 5 and this one says 2. So it means this one is the biggest. 6, 4, 5, 2, followed by 6, 4, 2, 5. And finally, I'll check these 2 digits here on the previous 2 that we didn't check. And my mommy wash it and she running down the sun. I'd like the moms. 6, 2, 5, 4 should be before 6, 2, 4, 5 because this is bigger than this. And guys, really, what is the largest even number in the list above? So in this list, this is an even number because it ends in 2. So that's the largest even number. Easy man thing. Cake and ice cream. You can put the cake and ice cream on that question. In the observance of World Earth Day, Amari decided to plant some sunflower seeds. If the plants increased in height by 25 centimeters every week, how many weeks would it take for the plants to grow to a height of 1.5? It's going up 25 centimeters. I think I should change 1.5 meters to centimeters. So 1.5 meters, let's see how big it's supposed to get. 1.5 meters is equal to 1.5 times 100 centimeters. When you change into centimeters, they multiply by 100, which suggests that we need to move the point 2 places to the right. This now becomes 150 centimeters. Type Y for yes in the chat, or just type yes if you understand that. So now I understand that this should grow 150 centimeters. However, every week it's growing 25 centimeters, and the question wants to know how many weeks it would take. Well, we are assuming it starts from 0. Because the plant had to start growing from some way, and nobody was born big. Are you born big? So everybody started from 0. So let me say it start from 0. How much it would take to go from 0 to 150 by? Well, every week is 25. So I think an ideal operation to pick out here would be division. So number of weeks would be the total height divided by how many centimeters it grows every week. And I know 25 can go into 156 times. 25 could go into 104 times. 25 could go into 166 times. So 6 weeks is the answer for sure. 2/3 of a number is 48. I don't know how much pounds and there was when I was born. How much? How many pounds? 2/3 of a number is 48. What is 3/4 of the same number? So this is a popular question. Brace yourself for this. If it comes, you're going to do a reciprocal thing where you say 2/3 is represented by whatever they tell you. It's 48. So then you're finding the whole. And when you're finding the whole, and I have been writing, remember last week I spoke to you all about a book where I'll put in all the common questions and all the formulae, and it's like a formula booklet exam checklist for SEA. I have been writing that book, and stay tuned. You can follow me at Kerwin Springer on Instagram, Facebook, anywhere your parents have social media. You can follow me and look out for that. It will be the ideal tool for a student just before exam to just go through and polish up and secure the bag now. Do your best, perform your best. So to find the whole, you would need to invert. Understand that. So you put back the number and you multiply by the reciprocal. That's cool. Reciprocate it. So 2 could go into this 24 times, and 24 by 3 is how much? 24 times 3. 3 4s are 12. 72. 72 is correct. Now that's the original number. So now we know the number is 72. But that's not the question. We want to know what is 3/4 of this same number. So now 3/4 of is the same as multiply. 3/4 of 72. We need to just see how many times 4 can go into 72. Some of you all can do this division right here like this. So you might do like 4 into 7, 1, remainder 3, and 4 can go into 32 8 times. How many of you all can do it like that? And then you finish off with 3 times 18. 3 it's 4, 3 it's a 24, right? 3 1 thing, add the 2, 54. So you get 54 right there. You all got that? How that feeling? Because I've seen a bunch of 54s coming down there. So we show the number is 54. But the trick here is learning that reciprocal, finding the whole technique. Now for the big boys. That's for the big boys. All right, so let's keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. There are 600 standard 5 students residing in Freeport. Hey, Freeport. Which part of Trinidad are you from? Big up everybody from Freeport. Don't tell anybody, but the student hub is originally in Freeport. Don't tell anybody, and nobody's supposed to know where the student hub is. It's like Neverland. No one can be told what the matrix is. But pick up all the Freeport people. I see in Rio Claro in the house, Arima in the house, Arangwes, Belmont, Rio Claro again. Wait, have a Rio Claro side here, look at Freeport, Whiteland, Coruscant, Trin City, Vista Bella, the whole of Trinidad inside here. Somebody had the whole Bruno song there. Cuva, Davide, I don't know what PT stand for. That could be plenty things. Maybe Point, Cuva, Sando, Santa Cruz, Morva, Arima, Point, Williamsville, Lavantil, Maraval, Moloney, Central, next to the Anthony, Palo Seco, Princess Town, Northville. Yes, boy. Sour, Anthony, Tobago, St. Joseph. That enough. All right, so there are 600 standard 5 students residing in Freeport. If 330 are girls, what percentage of these students is boys? Okay, so the number of boys would be the number of students in the class minus the total number of girls. And I mean, you could do this in your mind to get 270, or you could do it the long way, where 0 from 0 is 0, 3 from 0 cannot, so you borrow down, and 3 from 10 is 7, and then 3 from 5 is 2. So 270 boys, right? And now you need to work this out as a percentage. When you're working out percent, so the percent boys, you create the fraction by saying what you want, the boys, over the total, and then you multiply by 100 over 1. How many of you all knew that for finding percentages long time? So I crossed out these zeros, and I say 3 can go into 6 2 times. Now I am going at a speed where I'm not leaving any. I'm not leaving any time for you to pause and thing. The reason being, I'm making it short and concise for people who watching it over. They could just watch over all the stream without having to speed up. But remember that it's recorded. You could always watch over. Like if the division parts here, if you find a move a little too fast, you could always come back and watch it over for yourself, right? So 3 can go into 6 2 times, and 3 can go into 27 9 times. So I have 90 there. And then finally, 2 can go into 90 45 times. So the answer is 45%. I'm going at the speed our average SES student should be going at, right? In terms of arithmetic. But I am aware that maybe some of you all may need a little, you might need a little holding up on the arithmetic. I know. Just try to follow as fast as you can and encourage yourself to get a little faster. At the class, 25 students each drank. Okay, I read that bad. At the class party, 25 students each drank 1 cup of fruit punch. I don't think the each required here. I could just say 25 students drank 1 cup of fruit punch each. Maybe trade on in the end here. The capacity of 1 cup is 250 milliliters. Fine. How many liters of fruit punch did they drink altogether? And they want it in liters now. I know that 200, let me show you this technique here, boy. 250 milliliters is equal to, and if we want to change it to meters, remember last time we moved the point this way because we was multiplying, because we was going from big to small. Now we're going from the small milliliters to the big liters. And if we want liters, well then we need to move the point this way now, guys. So this is 0.25 liters. Or I can put the 0 there, but that 0 not carrying any value. And now I can multiply this by 25. So I could say this is 1 student drank this. 1 student did this, put on this work. 250 milliliters, not bad. So I could say 25 students should be drinking 25 times 0.25, and 25 times 20. I could just move this point back here and just do the 25 by 25. How many of you all know 25 squared is 625? 25 by 25 is 625. How many of you all knew that one time? How many of you all know all your squares? Let's take a little moment and pause and learn the squares right after I do this. So afterwards, I need to bring back the point 1, 2. Boom. And I would get 6.25. Now, most students should know up to 12 squared. I would advise learning up to 15 squared for sure. And I would suggest, if you want to be really good in the exam, SE, and quick on the arithmetic, to learn all the way up to 25 squared. But everybody must know up till 12 squared, right? If you didn't know that yet, you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Don't panic. If you didn't know it yet, you have time. Let's put the 7 squared here. Let's put 8 squared, 9 squared, 10 squared, 11 squared, 12 squared. All of these numbers, people, 1 squared is 1. I do need tough one for y'all. 1 squared is 1. So you can write the rest now. All right, let me do the other 2 tough ones, 4 and 9. How much is 4 squared? Then start writing it in the chat earlier, right? This squared is that squared is that. You're also supposed to know this offhand, right? Parents, make sure they know all of this by heart. Memorize this, make sure you know this week. And if you know this already, then what you should be doing is going up till 15 squared. And if you're not the 15 squared already, then what you should be doing is going all the way up to 20 squared. And if you're not the 20 squared already, then, my friend, you're ready for them. Maybe 21, 22, 23, 24. Something missing here. I miss out 19 whole, boy. I like they by 19, boy. 19 squared, 20 squared, 21 squared, 22 squared, 23 squared, 24 squared. And let me just check in 25 there. 25 squared is the one that came in this question. And we know this is 625. So I'm going to leave all of this here. Some of the popular ones, I'll just throw them in 225. This is 169. Let me do all of these. 144, 121, 100, 81, 64, 49. Double check your work. 36, 25, 16. All of these sometimes come as sequences in the exam. So sometimes you might see a sequence of dots that's starting to follow this pattern, and they may ask you the other dots. So you need to know these squares often. These, you must know them often. These, did I do all the popular ones? Yeah, those are the popular ones that you should know really good often. Now it's your job to try and fill in the blanks. And let me tell you a secret. My son was 4 years old and he already knew up to this. I wonder if he still know it. But he was 4 years old and he already knew up to 25 squared. So anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. You can sit down and learn up all your squares. All right, let's go. In Mr. Springer's class, all you are making it big in these things, boy. In Mr. Springer's class, 2/3 of the students arrived early. 3/4 of the remainder arrived at 9 a.m. And the other students were late. What fraction of the class arrived at 9 a.m.? Well, 2/3 of the students arrived early, 3/4 of the remainder arrived at 9 a.m. and the other students were late. Oh, geez, what is happening here? What is happening here? I'm seeing a way to do this. This is the remainder questions. So with these questions where you have the fractions and you're throwing the remainder, you know, the fraction and then you have the remainder and you have the equator thing is be little thing. I see somebody per quarter, that would mean, yeah. That would be like the quarter of the remainder. All right, and we didn't give a number now. There's no number of students, so there's no total. There's no total, so it's just fractions. Just fractions. Just fractions. All right, let me see if I can make this as descriptive and illustrious as possible. So 2/3 arrived early. So this is 2/3. That divided into thirds there, and out of these thirds, 2/3 of them arrived early. So we have how much arrived late? Oh, some arrived just at 9 a.m. So 3/4 of the remainder. 3/4 of the remainder arrived at 9 a.m. You all seen that? So like if you get this third and you split it into quarters, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3/4 of them arrived at 9 a.m. So how much of the remainder arrived late? If 3/4 of the remainder arrived 9 a.m. and the other students were late, I would say that 1/4 of the remainder arrived late. Why isn't it chat if you agree with that? So that's the idea that I want to take and put on the paper there so that you can see a way through this question. And now I can say I was trying to get some space to do the working. This of can change to multiply, and this remainder is really 1/3 because the remainder, 2/3 arrived early. The remainder was 1/3. You see the remainder there? So I really want to find how much is 1/4 of 1/3. 1/4 of the remainder. The remainder is not 2/3. 2/3 came early. So the remainder is 1/3. 2/3 was the blue that came early. 1/3 is the remainder. And we realize that 1/4 is what came late. Because 3/4 of the remainder came on time. So the remaining quarter came late. So this really works out to be 1/4 of 1/3, which is, I'm not seeing any correct answers in the chat. Oh, that's because the bunch of Y's kind of threw it out. What's the question? Let me just make sure. What fraction of the class arrived? Oh, what fraction of the class arrived at 9 a.m.? Good thing, good thing, good thing. So this is if I want to find out what fraction arrived late, but I want the fraction that arrived at 9 a.m. So there are correct answers in the chat. I didn't need to go further earlier. But just get this out here so I can get back my space. So 3/4 of the remainder is 1/3. So I could say the answer is just going to be 1/4. So 1/4 of the class arrived at 9 a.m. If I wanted to work out how much arrived late, I would say 1/4 of the 1/3. But I just wanted to work out what fraction arrived at 9 a.m. Fine, we'll allow it. If there are 60 students in Mr. Springer's class, how many students will late? Well, now is the time to shine. Now is the time to shine. So 1/4 of the 1/3 was the late. Remember, I was trying to work this out just now. 1/4 of the remainder, remember the remainder is 1/3. 1/4 of the 1/3 arrived late. So this is 1/20, 12. What just happened? So 1/12 late. So 1/12 late means 1/12 of the 60. So late students would be 1/12 of 60. 12 can go into 65 times. So it's 5 students late. These questions need, for even if you understand it now, but you didn't do it before, it need parents, the students need to do these questions by themselves and sit down and study these questions, even if they have to take an hour just trying to figure out the question. And you help them not to get frustrated, because you need to be able to do this question by yourself in the exam. And those fractions with no totals pose a little problem. It's a pretty tough question for a lot of students. So students, make sure you get your practice in on this. Once again, we're still taking people into the Google Classroom. If you want to get the questions tomorrow, please go, that we are going to do on next week Sunday, you can join the Google Classroom, and the number is 4809770. It's only 100 a month. So what obviously you could 868 and all of them other thing plus 1868. But the number is 4809770. The number will give you the admin for this place, the Student Hub. And the Student Hub has online lessons for CSEC, KEEP, SCA, primary school, secondary school, even extracurricular. Largest online institution for lessons in the Caribbean. And it's run by me. So it's good thing. In a school's library, there are 12 long tables that can accommodate 8 students each. We are number 28 earlier. Miss Nalini's class containing 56 students visited the library. How many tables will be occupied by the students? All right. Well, you can take an 8 student per table. So how much you have in your class there, Nalini? 56. So how much table we need for you? Tables needed would be 56 in your class divided by 8 per table. And you need 7 tables. Somebody want to see the number again? 4809770. Let me see if I can put it in the banner. There you go. There you go. All right. It's in the banner there. Down way. See it scrolling across the screen? No, wrong way. Right. So 7 tables. Another class, all right, not Miss Nalini class, containing 52 students wants to join Miss Nalini's class in the library. How many students could not be accommodated in the library? Oh gosh. Oh wow. How much is the max amongst the students we could take inside here, boy? 12 by 8 and 12 tables containing 8. So we could take 12 by 8. Maximum number would be the 12 tables, and each one of them holding 8. 12 8s and 96. So we could take 96. But we already have a 56. And you come in here with your 52 next class. So 52 plus 56 is 108. How much is the students who going another stand up by? How much of you all going another stand up outside? If 108 is how many students in all, but the library could only take 96. Well, let's do a little subtraction. 108 minus the 96. It seems to me that 12 of you all will not be out in the cold. 12 students. 12 students out in the cold there, boy. So what I do again, remember, we need to get how many students the library could hold. 12 long tables, 8 students each. 12 by 8 is 96 students max. And Miss Nalini class has 56. Next person class has 52. I guess this must be Miss Samantha class at 52. And 52 and 56 make 108. 108 every day. So 108 minus 96 is 12 students all day, boy. You had to stand up. I'll have to go in like the library or something, and the next class was there and you had to stand up. The square of a number is 12 more than the sum of 16 and 21. What is the number? So this is the algorithm question. The number algorithm. An algorithm just means a list of steps, a list of operations. When executed leads to the solution of a particular problem. So a list of steps. So the sum of 16 and 21. So with the tip with the algorithm question, and I'll put it in the formula book as well. Algorithm questions tip is to work backwards. Do the operations coming backwards or do the operations in reverse if it's one of the diagram questions like this, where you add something and you multiply, do it in reverse, so you subtract, you divide. We do one like that last week. So in this case, we need to check it out backwards. The square of a number is 12 more than the sum of 16 and 21. So what's the sum of 16 and 21? So you are going backwards. 16 and 21 is 37. And the square of the number is 12 more. So it means the number is 12 more than this. So this is the sum. And let's go 12 more. Now, in the other algorithm question, you'll have to do the opposite. You'll be subtracting and them kind of thing, right? But here you go forward. So 12 and this is 9. And 3 and 1 is 49. So the square of a number is 12 more than the sum. So we get this number now. And this apparently is the square of some number. Anybody know who this number gonna be? Who could square up to be 49 by? All right, so it's 7. So 7 squared is 49, which is 12 more, meaning if I take away 12, I will get 37. And 37 is the sum of 16 and 21. Beautiful. You can always double check these questions. How I love about them. A PE class of 56 students has to perform tumbling exercises in groups of 3 or 4 students. The number of groups with 3 students is the same as the number of groups with 4 students. So this is unequal sharing. Smell that? Unequal sharing. How many groups of 3 students and 4 students can be formed? The tip for these styles of unequal sharing is to add up the 2 groups together. So you have a group of 3 and a group of 4 shared up equally. So one group of 3 and one group of 4 would be 7. So a group of 3 and the number 7 is the big number in this sample, boy. 7 all over the place. How much time we come around 7 today? So 3 and 4 make 7. And now I just need to divide 56 by 7 to find how many groups of each of these we have, right? So let's call these a group of 3 and a group of 4 a batch. So number of batches. Last week, week before, and week before that, I gave you a lot of graphical approach to these questions. 56 divided by 7, I'm getting 8 batches. What was the question? How many groups of 3 students and 4 students can be formed? Well, we have 8 groups each. 8 groups of 3 and 8 groups of 4. Very nice, very nice. So 8 groups of 3 and 8 groups of 4 would mean 8 groups of 3 plus 4 is 7. 8 by 7 means 56. Very nice. Each group must use 2 exercise mats to perform its exercise. What is the total number of exercise mats needed? Well, there's 8 groups of 3 and 8 groups of 4. So there are how many groups in all? There are 16 groups in all. Because I know from back in the days when I add 8 and 8, I was getting 16. So 8 groups of 3 and 8 groups of 4 had to be 16 groups altogether. So 16 groups need 2 exercise mats each, not a problem. So 16 times 32, and I get the answer one time, is 32 mats and recooking with Ramco gas. Let me go with the next one. Karen usually leaves home at 35 minutes past 7 in order to reach the work on time. Drawing the hands on the clock below to show the time where he leaves home. 35 minutes past 7. Okay, let's put the short hand a little past 7 there. That's the hour hand. because it's past 7. And 35, longer hand would be the minute hand, and that should go there. And because I know that's 35, right? I just know that. It's a long time now. I tell any time. You know how long I tell any time? Must be about 30 years now. I tell any time. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Each one is 5, right? Plus, I already know this is 30, so that's 35. All right, free marks. I call that free marks. Yesterday, Karen ran late because he spent 20 additional minutes preparing his lunch. Okay, this is why I don't prepare no lunch. Right, the time Karen left home on the digital notation. I guess there's a digital notation they want now. Okay, fine. So write the time Karen will leave home using digital notation, and he 20 minutes later there. 20 minutes late. That green hand would have moved here, 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 here. That's 20 minutes to me. 5, 10, 15, 20. That's just before 8 o'clock. Because this is 7:35. This is 7:55 now. Just 5 minutes before 8. 5 before 8, boy. 55 here, 7 there. You might have a 0 there too. It depends on what they want you to do. But 7:55, to me, sounds good. And was there a PM or AM in this thing? There was no PM or AM anywhere in this, so you don't need to worry about that. Ramco gas. 32. The pineapple shown. People asking for break and thing. On any history of Sunday revision session, have you ever gotten a break? What is this? What is this word? Anybody can give me a nice definition of this word in the chat? Break. What's that word? Break is when you climb up on a pumpsy tree. And the other, the thin branches. The pineapple shown in the diagram below has 2, 4. Somebody hacked me there. 2, 4, 2, 4, 8, 5. Okay, that's the mass. And what is the mass of the pineapple to the nearest kilogram? We had got break already sometime. What is the mass of the pineapple to the nearest kilogram? Well, to the nearest kilogram, I love this question. To the nearest kilogram, remember kilogram is like remember this is like 2.485 kilograms. Because you had to do so. And then if you watch this number here, the number right after the kilograms, this number here is not really 5, so I can't boost it. So this is 2.000. You understand? Everything here will change to 0. So that's 2 kilograms. 2 kg, I've seen it in the chat, big up on there. 2 kg. I love this approximation question. Beautiful question. Beautiful question. It tests 2 competencies. The diagram below shows a triangular prism. Complete the following table based on the diagram above. Drawing of solid faces. Okay. Well, I see a face that looking so, yeah. And I see a face that looking so, a rectangle. Because like think about it. If I was over here, if I was over here, watching down on that face there, I would see a rectangle watching me back there. You see, let's see that rectangle. Let's see that rectangle watching me there. Yeah, so that rectangle and a triangle. And it have a rectangle here too. But I guess once you draw one rectangle, you're good. I assuming that I just need to draw one rectangle, right? One rectangle, one triangle, and I good. Number of faces. There are 3 rectangles. There's this one here. There's this one here on the bottom, the base. And then there's this one here in the back. So there are 3 rectangles. So already number 3 here. 3. And the number of edges. This one a little more tricky. 1 edge, 2 edge, 3 edge, 4 edge, 5 edge, 6 edge, 7 edge. Hold on, some edges are missing. 8 edge, 9 edge. 9 edges. 9 edges. 9 edges. 5 faces. Number of vertices. This one is not too bad. The vertices is the thing that if you pelt somebody with this, you get chuck them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pointy parts. So 6 vertices. Rate out of 10. We did 33 questions, and this is my age. Rate out of 10. How much you understand these 33 questions that we do? How many of you all here from the start? Rate out of 10. How much you understand it? Shanna and her family went on a backpacking trip. Okay. They started hiking at 4:15 p.m. It took 2 hours and 25 minutes to reach their campsite. I just reading words. After they arrived, it took 40 minutes to set up the campsite. Okay, it's making sense now. What time was it when Shanna and her family finished setting up their campsite? Okay, let me take this from the top. Started off at 4:15. It took 2 hours and 25 minutes, so I might as well just add. They hiked for 2 hours and 25 minutes. It must be me. I mean, it must be nice. It can't be me. 25 and 15 is 35 and 6:35. 6:35 in, so mosquito biting them and thinking them putting up campsite here. So 6:35 in the night, in the evening, in the bush. And it took them 40 minutes of mosquito biting before they could put up this thing. So 40 minutes, 40 and wait. I find I seen some sus answers here. So let me just double check what it is. Did I put 35 here? Is this 5 and 5 make 10? Bring across the 1. Is this 40? Yeah, 640. And I just to make sure they're paying attention and think that way. 640. Now, with this addition of time, the 40 minutes here plus another 40 minutes giving me 80 minutes, but I'm not allowed. How many of you all know I'm not allowed to write 80 here? That's illegal. So I need to take this 80 and actually subtract 60, which is 1 hour. This 1 hour gets to go over there. So 80 minus 60 is actually 20, and this guy is allowed to come there. So 6 and 1 would be 7:20 p.m. 7:20 p.m. That smells good. That smells all right. 7:20 p.m. is when they can start to, I don't know, light the marshmallows and thing and sleep and thing. So 35. Remy has a mass of 34.2 kilograms. Stefan's mass is 6 3/5 kilogram more than Remy's. Brandon's mass is 4.3 kilograms less than Stefan's. What is Stefan's mass? So this is one of these questions. They give you one thing, they give you a trick to find the next thing, an extra trick to find the next thing, and some kind of swing back thing. So SEA known for doing these kind of weird questions. So we have 34.2 is Rems. Remy, my boy. And Stefan is 9 3/5 more. So I know 3/5 really means, all in all your fifths family, 3/5 really means 0.6. How many of you all know that? 3/5 is like 6/10. And 6/10 is 0.6. So when they say 9 3/5, they really mean 9.6. And I want this to look like this so I can, make my little addition sweet. Sweet now. 9.6, 8, 9, 13. Across the 143.8 kg. Stefan is 43.8 kg. 43.8 kg. Well done. Let me just double check that. And if the chat button, you can always mute the chat. People will be putting answers and shouting and saying all the different things and that's cool. I like the engagement. So Remy has a mass 34. Stefan is 9.35. Yeah, 9.6 more than Remy. Yeah, everything cool. What is the total mass of the 3 children? Well, I can work out Stefan's age, and I guess that's what most people will do. So no, I have Stefan. Remember, I have Remy, who is 34.2. I have Stefan, who is 43.8. And I have Brandon. I don't have Brandon. Brandon is 4.3 less than Stefan. So can I just do a little subtraction here for them? And I will get 5. And then I get 4 from that is going to be 4 from 13 is 9. Is it going to be 39.5? So he's 39.5. So now I need to add up everybody. When you add up everybody, are you getting 117.5? What y'all got when you add up everything? So you get 34.2, 43.8, 39.5. 2 and 8 make 10, and 5 is 15. Bring the 1 there. This 1 could go by this 9 and make 10, and then I could just say 1, 3, 17. So I have 17 here. The 7 will go there. 1 goes there. And I'll have 10 here because 3 and 3 make 6, and 4 is 10. And I just have 11. So 117.5 kilograms. Lovely, lovely. Alan had 1,600 and decided to share it among his 3 grandchildren according to their age. Middle child got twice more than the youngest, and the oldest got 5 times more than the youngest. How much money did the oldest grandchild get? I read that whole question and me even remember anything, so I don't read it again. I'm going to zoom in a little more. Alan had 1,600 and decided to share it among his 3 grands. So it have a youngest. You have a middles. You call her middles. I'm a middle. Any middle children here? Middles. And we have the oldest. I think the middle is the best spot to be. Middles. Yeah, the youngest is get spoiled. Youngest is get spoiled. I see all the youngest people shaking their heads. So now I had to go and deal with the youngest them. The oldest, well, them is had to go through the rough times and things now, boy. Rough times. Well, y'all are middle or oldest? Rough times, you know. Them is the first thing. The middle, we get the best of both worlds. Sometimes we get the rough part with both worlds too. You know, we might get the hand down here and this and that. And I feel like we get the best of both worlds. We get to, you know, this is the dregs. Who's want to drink the dregs in the juice? The juice, the youngest is like the dregs. It probably has some youngest students in the across wherever they are punching it. The youngest is like the dregs in the juice, and the oldest is where the ice is. If all you love ice, you know, but the middle, juice. The middle is the best. That's my. Well, get essay. No, you're not getting an essay. You're getting a report. Unless you get an essay when I in secondary school. Why be in the middle is the best? Okay, let me do this again. So Alan have a youngest, and you have the middle, and you have the oldest. Somebody say I'm the youngest, and what I say goes. All right. And I think this is an unequal sharing, and I'll just smell an unequal sharing question. And he's sharing up 1,600 and he decided to share it among the 3 of them. The middle child got twice more than the youngest. So if this is the youngest, so I like to draw little blocks in to help me. And the middle got 2 blocks then, because twice as much. And the oldest got 5 times more than the youngest. So the youngest has 1 block, but the oldest will have 5 blocks. I'm running out of space for blocks, boy. I don't like how the oldest get all that amount of money, but we can go on. It's just a question. So the oldest get 5 blocks, 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. The middle get twice. All right. So 1, 2 times. And the youngest get 1. Well, at least we get the youngest, the dregs. You see what I tell you about the youngest? Dregs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 blocks or 8 of these equal parts must add up to the total amount of money, 1,600. So 1 part or 1 block would be 1,600 divided by 8. And that's how you crack the code in these questions. 8 could go into 16 2 times. So this is $200. $200. So you know what this means? The youngest got 200, middles got 400, and this soldier here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 times 200 is $1,000, boy. And as well as how much money did the oldest grandchild get? $1,000. Well done, chat. You all understand? So the best way to approach those questions is with some graphics. Janae and Vic, or what we call like the column graph. Janae and Victoria decided to play a game of turns where they both started the game facing south. All right, here we go. The game of turns. This is Janae. This is Victoria. What next? Janae made quarter turns in the anti-clockwise direction. So Janae is going quarter, 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 quarter. And Victoria is going half, 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 half. If you know SEA love to play this game, boy, oh my gosh. Complete the table. And this is a game nobody does play. I went through primary school and I've never played this game. All I just play this game. So Janae is going south, then east, because she's going south, then east, then north. This is easy. North and west, then back to south. You'll see that. And she will be going south, north, south, north, south, north. Easy man thing. Because remember, she'll be going south, turn a whole clockwise to the north, come back south, north, south. She just spinning backward and forward. All right. 38. After 6 consecutive cricket games, the mean number of runs scored by Antonio was 24. The mean number of runs scored by Antonio was 24. After the 7th game, his mean number of runs scored increased to 28. He make a big score, boy, because the average going up. How many runs did Antonio score in the 7th game? So the trick with these mean questions is to find total. Total. So find the total before, find a new total, work it out with the mean, work it out with the mean. Hold on there. There's this boy from my class. His name is Kiran Hanuman. He loved the Y button, so I'm going to pay him in a time all day. Kiran, don't forget, I could put you in time out here too. That's why he has playing Y so much. How many runs did Antonio score in the 7th game? So 6 games, the mean number of runs scored was 24. So his total after 6 games would be the 6 times the mean. So 6 times 24 is how much, class? 6 fours, 24. 6 twos are 12 plus 2, 144. 144 is good. 144 is excellent. 144 runs so far. The total after 7 games was 7 times 28. How much is 7 times 28, class? Let's check it out. 7 8 are 56. I'll look the 7 again. Whoever make this paper love the number 7 by 7 by 8 is 6, 7 by 56, sorry. Bring that 5 over there. 7 twos are 14 plus 5, 196. This is 196. So we need the difference. We need the difference to find how much runs this man put on here. So the difference would be the number of runs scored in the 7 games. So the difference would be 196. It started back raining again earlier. Minus 144. 2, 5, 52 runs. If Antonio's number of runs scored in the 8th game is 16 more than the 7th game, what will be his new mean score? So in the 8th game, he scored 16 more runs than in the 7th game. So how much is going to be 8th game? 8th game would be 52 plus 16 is 868 runs. So what will be his new mean? Well, I need to find a new total first. So total after 8 games is going to be 196 plus 68. You all agree? Because the total after 7 games was 196. So the total after 8 games would be the 68 runs plus the 196. So 8 and 6 and 16 here, and 264. 264 is good. So after 8 games, this man have 264 runs. So how are we going to figure out his mean? So the mean or average is going to be 264 divided by 8, 4 into this. Let me just go 8 one time. 8 will go into this 3 times, remainder 2, and 8 will go into this 3 times. It's 204. Somebody have a little problem. Let me just double check this. 8 games, 52 plus 16. Remember, he scored 16 more in the 8 game earlier. It's raining hard, right? I hope you all seen me. 16 plus 50, Karen, sorry. 16 plus 52, 68 runs. So 68, and the last total he was on is not 204, it's 264. So it may not be 264 divided by 8. Yes, everything looking good. And 8 could go into 64 3 times, remainder 2. And it could go into 24 3 times. So this is new average, 33, the average going up. Well done, my boy. A washing machine costs 4,500 during the sale, is marked down to 3,600 was the discount. They didn't ask for percentage, they just asked for the discount. So 5450 minus the 3600, 4,500 minus 3,600 is, yeah boy, rain rail busting down loud here. 600, is it just 900? It's 900. Everybody good? Everybody focusing? Everyone good? What was the percentage discount on the washing machine? Well, percentage discount. Oh, y'all just leave it out this question because you know this not coming. 900 over not this one, the original cost. 4,500 multiply by 100. Let me do it real fast. Boop. 9 could go into this 5 times. 5 could go into this 20%. 20%. Okay, let's move on. The store adds a delivery fee of 3% on the sale price. Calculate the amount the customer will pay altogether. Well, if they added 3%, remember I show you this trick, 100 plus 3, and let's work on the 3%. 3% of the sale price was the last price we have, which was 3600. So we want 3% of 3600. 3,600. So 3 over 100 times 3,600. Wap. We want 3 times 36. 6 3s 108. So this is 108. So therefore, a customer would pay this 360 plus the 108. Therefore, they pay 3708 because they'll have to pay the sale price plus the what I want to say, plus the delivery fee earlier. So 3708. Last question. Is this the last question already? It is. So here we go. Here we go, people. Last question. Now, I went really fast on the sales question because certain parts of consumer arithmetic is out. The perimeters of the rectangle and square below are shown are the same. The length of the rectangle is twice its width. So it comes like if we have a width and another width, because the length is twice the width. Then we have another width here. I feel like we do this question already last week. We have another width here. We have another width here. Come like you have a bunch of widths. People who saying stop in the chat. What are you saying stop for? What are you saying stop for? The flags? You'll just focus on the work if the chat is bothering you. So 12, 12. This is also 12, 12. So the perimeter of this is equal to the perimeter of the rectangle. So 12 times 4 is 48 meters. You'll agree that with that perimeter. Don't put meters squared, people. Oh. All right. Well, Chris. Oh, I understand what's going on here. But blessings nevertheless. Blessings nevertheless. So 12 times 4 is 48. So the perimeter of the rectangle is equal to 48 meters. And we have this perimeter of the rectangle being like, all right, there's a length, there's a width, there's a length, there's a width, but the length is really two widths. So I want to consider this rectangle as if it's width, 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 width. How many of them we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 of the W. So 6 times the width is equal to 48. So the width is equal to 48 divided by 6, which is 8. Is that the answer? No. They want to know the difference between the areas of the square and the rectangle. So if the width of the rectangle is 8, means the length of the rectangle is 16. Right? There's another way to do this as well. So if the width of the rectangle is 8 and it means the length of the rectangle is 2 times the width, which is 16. So that's still not the answer. The answer wants the difference between the areas. So the area of this is 144. And I know that because the area is by 12 by 12. Area is equal to 12 times 12, which is 144 meters squared, side by side. And the area of this is length by breadth, which is equal to 16 times 8. And how much is 16 times 8, people? 128. 8 is 844. 128. Yeah, that 128 wasn't feeling good in my mind, but okay, fine. So 144 minus 128. So yeah, I need to borrow a little one from you there, bro. I think it'll be 6, I think it'll be 16. So 16 meters squared is the difference between the areas. And that brings us to an end of this sample paper. We may do one more sample paper again next week, and then we will start looking at maybe specific topics, like the specific problem topics, meaning fractions, unequal sharing. Yeah, mostly those fractions, decimals, unequal sharing, stuff that comes in those style of questions. The last set of questions here. All right, so now I'll begin looking at questions. Kimberly, what was your question? Kimberly saying, please answer my question, but I'm not seeing the question. I'm not seeing the question, Kimberly. There are lots of comments. What's Kimberly's question, guys? Big up all the fighters who was from here, who was here since the first ever. Since the first ever Fighters for Life. Big up everybody, even the people who fighting in the chat. Big all up too. They don't understand why I took away. Oh, they want the difference between the areas of the square and the rectangle. So the area of the square is 144. The area of the rectangle is 128. So I need to subtract the two. Excuse. Showing you now come. Fighters. I see all kind of fancy spelling of the word fighters here. Shout out. That earthquake happened yesterday in the middle of my SCA class. Difference means subtract. That's a good point there, Jonathan. Boom, bang. Fighters for life. Shout out. Boom, bang, bang. All kind of fancy spelling of the word fighters. All kind of fancy spelling of the word fighters here, but I just tagging up people. You all finished pretty quick today, no? This was an easy paper. How many of you all this was your first class? Really, we are twins. All right. Seen some first class people here. Some people here since day one. All right, people. So the number 4724221, yep, that's the number you can use the message to join any classes in the Student Hub if you want to join to get the Google Classroom, to get these sample exams, these worksheets before I do them on Sunday. You can join up. If you want to join the full lessons class, you can join up as well. 4 down. I believe we have 8 more to go. We are 1/3 of the way through. Till we meet again, people. Love and blessings.